Hey, party people. We have a good bit to talk about today. I'm excited. So gather your friends, let them hear this. Give them a shout out and tag them if you know that they're interested in this, or if you know anybody who's ever dealt with breast cancer. We're just going to talk about how to support our bodies in just in life, so that we can hopefully be on the side of prevention. So I have a couple different things that we're going to talk about. And if you're not in Crystal Clear Oilers, please go ahead and search that on Facebook and join it. So take a second and then come back and see me, and then put, hey, I'm in, or down below, just say hey to me. And if you can't watch now, no big deal. Put hashtag replay. So I'm actually going to do 2 giveaways for our inside of our group. We have a I wish I had more challenge and I wish I had less challenge. So we're going to do the one for I wish I had more right now. Let me just get this to a few of you guys, and while I wait for you to come on live. And sometimes Facebook shows me, but I just have to say hey to you guys, and then I can start seeing. So let's see. Okay, as soon as you come on, say hey so I know you're watching and that you can hear me. Make sure I'm loud and clear. Hey, Tanya, yay. So excited to see you on here. I'm glad you could pop on. All right. One last thing. Oh, hey, Kelly. Hopefully you guys got my message. Hey, Zena. Thanks for joining me. Okay, we can dive in. How many of you know someone who has been stricken with breast cancer? Or how many of you know someone who's gone through it twice? There's so many of us who at least are touched by cancer in some way. If you know my story at all, you know both my dads had cancer. It was not a good time. I think most of you can agree with that. Hey, Bruce, yay, that's my brother. Say hey to him. Let's see. Okay. This is just something that's really, thank you, sensitive and soft in my heart. And so I'd been thinking about this for a while and wanting to research it and really read the books and see what to do for a breast cleanse, because who wants breast cancer? Not us, right? We don't want it. Yeah, that's right, Tanya. I feel like it is very common. One of my best friends had it in 1997 and in 2014. So I call her the double breast cancer survivor. Oh, I know, Bruce. It's so sad. We don't cry because we're fighting back. It's definitely a hard thing to deal with, and there has to be some awareness. And so I think there's a great awareness about this. There's an entire month not to celebrate, but to celebrate awareness and understanding, and fight back a little bit, right? Because no one wants cancer, and there are things to do. And if we can prevent it at all, that's what we want to do. So my job is to tell you, I am not a doctor. I just am someone who finds passion and healing in the home, and I cannot wait to share what I found with every person that I meet. And so for this, it's just about understanding that we can help ourselves. We can help ourselves renew themselves. We can keep pushing in the good stuff and then being aware and taking out the bad stuff. And so that's what we're going to talk about. So when we do any type of cleanse, the first thing we want to do is get rid of sugar. So if it's possible for you to limit sugar during a cleanse, I always will recommend that. So Zena said she did a class last week on breast health using these same protocols. I love it. I love that. So see, I'm not alone. Lots of people are taking note of this and also taking note of the studies. And so I actually did a lot of searching, and like PubMed will have different articles, and I'm not going to go into everything, but mostly what I want you to realize is I'm not telling you, like, if it happens, if you end up getting cancer, to not go to the doctor. I think it's super important to recognize that they can be used, modern medicine and essential oils, in tandem. You actually use essential oils to boost your immune system, to continue to support your body and to regenerate and cellular health. And so the more we take care of our cellular health from the base down, the better we can fight things off. And so if it happens to us, if we become the one, or a loved one, then we know that we don't have to just throw out one and grab onto another form of treatment. We can combine them and work it together. And I think it's just about having proper perspective and understanding that there's research, and there are plenty of testimonies from people who are not trying to make a buck, who have gone through this and used a natural method to beat cancer. And I find it fascinating. Like the blogs that I read were people who completely took sugar out of their diet and used absolutely all natural ways, and they were able to fight it off. And so it's a possibility, right? So that's what we want. Is it a possibility that this can help? So yes. So why not be preventative? Hey, Terry. Hey, Lindsay. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the different protocols that I'm going to do. And if you decide to tag along and do this in your house, most of you are in the group, you're going to have a lot of these oils, and you may want to pick up the other 2 or 3 this month so that we're ready, because I'm going to start it October 1st in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Half of the protocol is internal, half of the protocol is topical. So you actually rub it on the breast tissue, and it will be a 2-week process of doing it every single day. And it's just about renewing the cells and getting that tissue flowing and draining the lymphatic system. And so if you can use dry brushing techniques during this, is going to be really, really helpful. The lymphatic system sometimes gets stuck and doesn't drain. And so doing exercise, using the essential oils, putting your legs up on a wall so that they're straight up and down, I think that's a really nice way to get all of the fluids in your legs to pull back down into your abdomen. And it just, because we stand all day, right? It kind of pools down at the bottom. So let's get it back to the midsection of our body and kind of flush it. And it helps with circulation. So doing a brisk walk, bouncing, trying to dance to your favorite song. That's my favorite way to exercise. Just put a little song on and keep on going for 3 to 4 minutes. Stand up if you've been walking or sitting all day, and then dry brushing. So get like a nice natural bristle brush, and then you're just going to do the brushing. And we talked about this. I have a video about it. So if you want to look that up in the group or on my page, just search dry brushing with Crystal Mason Cup and you'll find that. But anytime we're doing that, it's going to help massage and get rid of the lymphatic drainage. So it helps to flush it out. There are oils to support that. So let's talk about those. Okay. Let's see. You guys, tell me, have you ever done this? Have you ever done a specific targeted cleanse for this? Every couple months we do a cleanse in the group, because typically I'm feeling pretty sluggish, right? I just feel like this one needs to be more targeted. And I will be using probiotics and lifelong vitality and Terrazyme, which is part of the natural cleanse that we do with doTERRA. And so we're just adding oils to it. That's it. Very, very easy. All right. Most of you have been on lifelong vitality, right? Most of the people in our group have tried it and they love it. And that is where we're going to get significant amount of cellular renewal and energy. So we need energy anytime we're doing a cleanse, and we want to support our body from that foundation up. And anytime we're using books, I'm going to show you my book here. Sorry, I got my calendar there too. Okay, so in the Oil Magic book, this is Advanced Oil Magic book, and it'll have the protocol right here. And this one just says cancer, and it has a long protocol. It tells you exactly what to do. And it will actually tell you, and in the books, if you're looking at the top 5 oils to use, you're going to look at the back of the book. It'll give you a number. It always tells you to use the Lifelong Vitality Pack. Why does it tell you this? It tells you this because this is your foundation. Everyone should have a whole food supplement, and these are fantastic. These have provided for me tremendous amount of energy, kind of decrease that brain fog that just was there no matter what. And all it is all natural food. So when it gets into our tummy, it's recognized as food. So just microplex VMZ, just kind of showing to you, that's your vitamins and minerals. It's 22 different vitamins and minerals, 12 servings of fruits and vegetables. And you have XE Omega. This is a very wonderful way to get omegas 3, 6, and 9. So in the American diet, 6s are pretty high, but they're processed and they're not great, right? That's not good for us to have an overload of that. So this balances us out, and it gives us the omegas that are in plant and marine life that we desperately need. There is a vegan form, but this one I love because it has 9 essential oils in it to help circulate the blood, help with the joints, help with the brain function, eye function, that kind of stuff. All right, so this one is Alpha CRS Plus. So sometimes in classes I try not to go geek on everybody. I try to keep it super, super simple, Bio 101. But when we're talking about cells, we know they have a job. Their job is to have a natural inflammatory process. They come in, they do their job, they die off, and that's the beauty of our body. It's designed to fight things off and to do a job. Now, what happens when we're overloaded with toxins and chemicals and prescriptions, anything that we've been putting into our body, McDonald's, anything like that, our body doesn't know how to process it, so it gets clogged up in our cells, and then our cells forget to die off. Well, Alpha CRS Plus and frankincense help to remind our cells to do what they're supposed to do. So this is going to help knock out those free radicals, those cells that are bouncing around and causing the damage and causing us to be super fatigued. Guess what? That's why we get energy, because no longer are those cells just clogging up the system. Okay, so my nose is so itchy, guys. Sorry. I actually came out here and my arms started to be super itchy, so I put jasmine all over. So I smell amazing, by the way. Okay, so you know why they recommend that foundational support, and that I recommend to every single person, no matter where they're at in their journey. It should be on your radar somewhere. So let's talk about the protocols for the breast cleanse. The breast cleanse is going to be, I'm just going to go all out for you, okay? I'm going to tell you everything I'm doing. I have this nifty little, this is a capsule holder, so it holds the gel caps. And you can put it in here, and then you just drip it, drip, 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 whatever, 2 to 3 drops of each oil, and then you close it with the lid, and then you just put these in the freezer in a little flat Tupperware, and then you pick it out when you need it, and that way you're not having to do it every single day. That works. That's a great tip for anybody. If you're taking care of someone, or you have a husband who just won't do it on his own, or you have an elderly parent who needs help, this is a great thing because you can do it for them ahead of time. But make sure you freeze it or put fractionated or MCT oil in the capsule, or they'll melt. So just so you know. All right, so let's first talk about the internal part. It's not as fun as the external part. So the internal part, why do we take oils internally? And when I'm talking about internally, I am specifically talking about doTERRA. The research and the proof is there. They are the only transparent company. So for our family, it's never going to happen. I'm never going to help someone use oils that are not doTERRA because they don't have a supplement fact. And doTERRA's oils are medical grade. That means they're using them in hospitals, you're using them in clinics. No one else has that, and I know where these are sourced. So every time I use this bottle, I know that not only am I helping my family, but they're sustainably sourced, and so they're helping those communities wherever they're being found. Okay, so let's talk about the internal. You're going to do 2 drops of these oils twice a day. 2 drops twice a day. You can do it 3 times. So if you have a high risk of a breast issue, then you're going to do 3 times, okay? But 2 drops each, and you do turmeric, which is amazing anti-inflammatory. Just wait till next month when you see the dual capsule. Your mind is gonna be blown. I'm gonna have a little station at my house this Thursday, and I'm gonna have a station at my house probably this Saturday, and we're going, oh, not this Saturday, sorry, maybe Sunday night, where you guys can come check out the new stuff. But the turmeric is 2 drops each. It smells like a little bit of a like a cigar kind of, not exactly. Pat, my friend who had double breast cancer, she loves this. But at first we're like, oh, that's so stinky. It's so strong. Now she loves it because every time she opens that bottle, when she rubs it on her achiness, she knows how she's going to feel. So she doesn't, it just is like the same with frankincense. At first it's like this weird smell, but then you're like, wow, I feel amazing. And then when you smell it, after a while, your whole body just relaxes and you get this amazing effect just from smelling it. The pink pepper is next. And pink pepper, when they showed the slides last year, when they released these oils, turmeric, yarrow palm, and pink pepper, they had on the slide, you guys know this symbol, the pink ribbon. Right? So this was like their underlying way to say, we're working on this, guys. And so they had announced that there's a lot of research with the pink pepper, turmeric, frankincense, and yarrow palm, and with breast cancer specifically. So there's lots of research, and you can look that up. doTERRA now opened, it's a $314 million facility in Kentucky, and it's called the doTERRA Cancer Research Center, Oncology Research Center. So I think that's amazing. I don't know about you, but I am blown away by all that doTERRA is doing. And so this is 2 drops each of this. If you're using pink pepper, it's just a very light pepper, not super pungent like black pepper. Fantastic for cellular regeneration. Yarrow palm. So this is my mini bottle that is about gone. And I got 2 of these last year. This we use for our skin. It's an amazing oil for skin, for wrinkles, for blemishes, just keeping that overall youthful look. Neck especially. Miss Judy had her pictures where her neck was a little crunched up from losing a lot of weight, and now it's nice and firm. Hey, Christy, yay. Recording this. Yes, Terry, it is recorded. Come back and see me, girl. Okay, so this one is great for elasticity. So just as it's great for elasticity here, guess where else it's great for? Internal. And so arteries and the veins, and when we're using it for our digestive tract, it's great for promoting a healthy, mucosal or gut, that kind of thing, and as well as arteries. So that's why we take this internally. Now, this is such an amazing oil. It's a dual nutritive, which means that it has yarrow, which is an incredibly powerful plant, but it also has pomegranate seed extract, which has a rare omega. So it has omega-5 in it, which we don't hear much of, but it's such a good one for our body. So that's why they put it in here. And we're going to use this 2 drops each along with the turmeric and the pink pepper. And we're going to take that in the capsule. So there's a couple more. It's actually 6 internal. And if you're like me, I don't really mess a whole lot with capsules. I just do a shot glass. And so it's very fast. It doesn't taste great in the beginning, but it's over very quickly, and I didn't have to mess with anything. So you could do 3 at a time. You could split it up. Just make sure you get them in your body. The yarrow palm next month, there's just a sneak little peek of it. There's a yarrow palm body serum and yarrow palm. It's basically called a body renewal system, and it has the serum and the gut health. And so it's a little pill capsule that goes in your gut. I am unbelievably excited about that. And next month I'll be doing a different type of cleanse the following month because I have celiac and I need that. So that's a whole nother thing. Lindsay, shush. Okay, DDR Prime. That's called brave people. Brave people do it in a shot glass. If you're not brave, that's okay. Use a gel cap. Okay, so DDR Prime has thyme in it. It is a pungent oil, and it is called damaged DNA repair. Damaged DNA repair. What is breast cancer? It's an overgrowth of cells. It's an overgrowth or a mutation of cells in our breast tissue that keeps coming, right? Keeps coming. And what we need is to flush that out and remind those cells to die off and not to mutate damaged cells. So we just use oils that help support regeneration. And so that's where DDR prime, frankincense, yarrow palm, those are incredible for that. Now, sandalwood, it doesn't matter if it's Hawaiian, it doesn't matter if it's Indian, they have very similar properties. The smells are slightly different. Hawaiian is it's not sweet by any means, but slightly a sweeter aroma. And then the Indian is more earthy aroma. And so it's just whatever you want, okay? But they have the similar properties for internal use, for calming, for grounding, for flushing, for detoxification. And so this is what we're going to use, 2 drops of that. And then last but not least, the king of all oils, frankincense. Frankincense is going to remind ourselves to do what? The natural inflammatory response. So when we're clogged up with, maybe you have lotions that you're using that are not natural. Maybe you're using a lot of fragrance. Maybe you're using hand soaps or lotions or makeups, things that are just not, our bodies weren't meant to digest it. We did a class last night and several people had no idea that it was possible to make synthetic fragrance. I think that's just the world we live in. We think if it's on the counter or on the shelf in the store, then it must be good for us, because why would they allow anything to be bad on the shelf? That's not true. There's nothing that regulates it. And so we have to be our own advocate. And so self-awareness, informed self-care, and that's all this is being informed. And so it's not about being scared. It's about recognizing that there are better options and then using those better options. So we use an all-natural cream, and I'm going to talk about this in a second. So frankincense actually cleans out the cell receptors when we're clogged up. It's clean out the cell receptor, and then what can we do? We then have fresh cells that are reminded to do what they're supposed to do, and frankincense will help. One part of the protocol is literally just breathing this in. The power of aromatherapy. Quick tip, in my house, we do not throw away a frankincense bottle. I'll put it in the drawer in the bedroom. I'll put it on my bedstand, and then at night, you don't have to have the oil to smell it, right? So you just can breathe it, because the aroma is going to stay in this bottle for quite a while. And I call that free oils, like free baseball. I tease my husband when a baseball team goes past the 9 innings, like, I don't want free baseball, but I do want free frankincense. So we're just going to smell it. Okay. Now that's part of the protocol. Why? This is a powerful connection. Breathing it is a very powerful connection. This is your olfactory nerves, and this is your limbic system. And we know that when we smell things, it affects our emotions. So if you walk into a house with burnt bacon, you immediately cringe, right? Oh, your body gets all tense even before you know something was burned. With this, we can train our body to have positive emotions. So we can say, okay, well, frankincense, oh my gosh, I'm relaxed, I'm sitting in bed, I'm ready for bed, breathing it in. It's a calming effect. So you can do that for yourself. Hey, Donna, yay. So excited to have you guys on here. Okay. All right, now that is internal. 2 drops each, frankincense, pink pepper, yarrow palm, turmeric, DDR prime, and sandalwood. Doesn't matter which sandalwood, you just need those oils. Now this is for a 2-week cleanse. 2 drops each, 2 to 3 times a day. It is shot glass or a capsule, and you can make a bunch, like get your little holder and make a bunch at once and freeze them. But it's however you want to do it, just be consistent, because consistency is key. And this is a cleanse that we aren't really going to know the effects or see the results of, like if we are doing a gut cleanse, we're going to notice something, because why wouldn't you? These are amazing oils to support your body. You're going to notice something. Some people will lose weight. Some people will feel more energy. Some people will feel less brain fog. It's all going to be how your body responds to that. So I can't wait to hear each one of you. Now, the internal was this one. The external is actually just rubbing it on the breast tissue over the course of 2 weeks, and you can do it 1 to 2 times a day. But it calls for 2 tablespoons of shea butter, the recipe that I found, and you melt it, and as it cools and starts to look that opaque color, then you're going to add the drops in here, and I'm going to tell you the different drops. Let me make sure I find my page. Let's see. This is from the Essential Life book, guys. So cancer. There's a lot of different cancers. We're specifically doing the breast cancer cleanse, and it's a detoxification rub on page 253 if you have the book, and this is the 5th edition. I have my 6th edition coming. That's going to be fun because it now has doTERRA names in it. Okay, here it is, 253, nope, that wasn't right, yeah, 253. Oh, it's not 253, I moved over, 256, just in case you're keeping track. Hey guys, oh, say hey to me when you pop on. Okay, so it's a breast detox salve, and so when you use the shea butter, you melt it down, and you can get the little beads or wax and then add the oils after. They use a salve because it'll stay on, and it's nice and thick. It's going to stay on well. I don't have shea butter right now. I have an all-natural hand and body lotion from doTERRA, and so I'm just going to make a small jar with 2 tablespoons, and I'm going to put these oils in it. So it calls for cinnamon bark. That's a nice warm oil. So that's going to get the tissue moving, right? Bring some heat to it and get it flowing. Roman chamomile, very calming to the tissue. Amazing oil for de-stressing. Thyme, which is still 10% off. You guys have a few more days to get this 10% off. So thyme is very detoxifying. Frankincense, 2 drops. So 4 drops cinnamon, 4 drops Roman chamomile, 3 drops of thyme, 2 drops of frankincense, and 2 drops of either jasmine or ylang ylang, whichever you have. So don't stress about that, whichever one. If you have jasmine, if you want it in the precious petals, awesome. If you have ylang ylang, awesome. If you have the touch, just use 4 or 5 drops. Use a little bit more, because the reality is, to make a rose touch, it probably takes 3 drops of oil, or a jasmine touch, maybe 5 drops. It doesn't take a lot, and so it's going to be highly diluted, and we want the real stuff. So if it were me, I'm using ylang ylang, okay? Now, you have those 5 oils, and it's 3 drops Roman chamomile, 4 drops Roman chamomile, 4 drops cinnamon, 3 drops thyme, 2 drops frankincense, and 2 drops ylang ylang, okay? That is going to be mixed into 2 tablespoons of shea butter or an all-natural cream, so that you can mix it up, and then you're going to apply it every single day. And even it just says that apply it until it's finished. It should take about 2 weeks. And don't waste it, obviously. It's going to be great for the tissue, and it's a detox for it. You can opt to use Zendocrine while you're doing this, and most definitely you should do a gut supporting thing, so like a probiotic, PB Assist or PB Assist Junior. Fantastic for those cleansing things. Good morning, Karen. Yay. Glad to see you on here. Hey, Lindsay. All right, so here's the thing. Why do we do this type of stuff? We do it because we want to be informed, and we want to support our body. I put up a post a little while ago on my personal profile, and I put in there, like, I don't believe that we can control the outcome of our life. And I don't believe that we can control the outcome if something like this devastating happens, the outcome of that. But I do believe in informed self-care. And informed self-care just means you're taking the steps to do what you need to do the things that are right. So when you know something is good, you do it. When you know something is bad, we don't do it, right? And so that's just informed self-care. If you guys have questions more about this, please get in the group. Actually, I'll put it down in here so you guys can find it. I will also be putting a link for the kit. So if the oils that you need for this together, and so that if you want to hop on, do it. If you already have your account, no big deal. Go to your account, look at your oils, see what you have, and then get the ones you don't have so you can tag along too and be helping yourself. And then before I go, I'm going to do the giveaways. I'm just going to announce it. And then, and it is 2 people who are in the group, and I wrote it on my calendar, who did the I want to feel more and I want to feel less. And so we have, you guys ready for this? And all I'm giving some fun stuff. And we're going to do earrings, 1 set of earrings. You ready to find them? So this says Love Oils. Oh, I dropped one little backing. Hold on. Can you see my earrings? They're bottles. You probably can barely tell, but they're little. They're so cute. And this just says Love Oils. Love Oils. How fun is that? Those are super fun. And let's see, I will definitely post the recipe, Ms. Gail. I will get it up there. And so here is the Love Oils, and then we're going to do a sheet of stickers for one person who posted I want to feel more, and one person that says that responded to them. So we call this being together in the group and being excited for each other and helping each other. That's what we try to promote in Crystal Clear Oilers, just loving on each other. So we actually have Tamra won some earrings, and what did I write? You guys can do some love there. Tamra brooch and Jennifer Rossberger. So Rossberg. So that's awesome. So I'm excited for them. I'm also going to put that in the group so they know. But they didn't know I was going to do this giveaway. So free prizes, guys. Thanks, Megan. Love you, girl. Lindsay, those are really cute. I'm going to go closer so you guys can see. And maybe Facebook will choose this picture as the screenshot of my video, because you know they pick the funniest things. Can you see it? Isn't it cute? They're so cute. They're little bottles. They're just the cutest thing. This is called doTERRA swag. Like when you go to the convention or leadership, you get lots of fun swag. So, all right, who's ready to do a breast cleanse? You guys excited about this? As I'm so excited. I'm ready to flush it. And you know what? Men can have cancer too, right? Men can get breast cancer. It's not nearly as common. 1 in 3 women will get it. And if we can support ourselves, let's do it. But guess what? I just might make Neil do it too, just in case. You just never know. You guys have an awesome day, and I'll come back often and see you guys. And we're going to be doing a giveaway later in the group for the Aroma Touch kit. Some of you knew this, but if you hosted a class last month and you had 100 PV enrollment at that class, you were entered. If you enrolled someone last month with 100 PV, you were entered as well. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 people who are entered to get that kit. I cannot wait to give it away, but I'm going to wait until more people are online so we can get excited about it. Oh, Lindsay. All right, guys. We'll talk to you later.